Hello everybody, Damian Wolf here. This is gonna be a very junky, quick episode thing. I don't know why I'm saying episode. Wow. I'm just throwing this together to make some content on the channel. And I know that's awful and not a good thing to do, but I need to make something or I'm not going to make anything. So, yeah. Currently playing Twisted. We are on a lovely public server, and we are going to be, well, maybe running Scout right now, as much as I'd love to be getting doghouse footage, because I would like to have a little bit more money under my belt before I dedicate multiple days of possible vehicle damage to filming. So, for my safety, I want to get that to 30, if at all possible. If not, in theory, I would like to get 41,000 for that. Now, is that going to happen tonight? Probably not. But at this point, who knows? Where are you going? You went very north, which is not what the wind says you should be doing, so I'm a little worried. Port a funnel, now that's actually near a populated area, and it matters. There it is, coming across the lakes right now, look at that. Windfield's still small, but it's something. So let's get here and wait. I have such a bad habit of overrunning these storms where they're running. So I am absolutely terrified right now to commit to any one location, because it genuinely scares me to have a storm right on top of me and not know where it's gonna go. Let's see. It does look like it's moving pretty fast, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time when this thing gets here. Yellow TVS, that means what again? Yellow green means it's getting up into the 90s now. Alright, at this point, I think come a little further forward. Come on, where are you? So you're there, but come on. Alright. Just in case, because it does not look like it's going where I wanted it to go. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and grab these two because they're not gonna get good hits, and now we're gonna buggy. Let's get out of here. Alright. What are our probes getting? Look myself around. 30. 40. This is directly in it. 45. And it's considering it a rotation because it picked up. So that makes me sad, because today is decent. Like, cape is really low, and I get that, but shit. Come on, man. That sucks. I don't know, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Oh god, whatever will I do? That was a useless attempt at an intercept. 50 miles an hour. And 44 miles an hour. It's weird how much that one was moving, though. That frightened me. Alright. I'm gonna shove north, because I'm gonna need to be north anyways to get the next set of storms, aka this one here if it decides to kick one off. So we're gonna go ahead and get north, be on this storm. If after one or two more intercepts it doesn't get stronger, then we're gonna move over to the other storm, but for right now I'm gonna hold on to this one. Cannot intercept any of this section, and I know it's gonna be a minute, but hopefully that will give it enough time to actually spool up a storm worth a damn, because right now it is very much not. And that is a whole ordeal when it just decides to not. That circulation is massive, though. Look at that. Which is, once again, part of the reason I'm pissed that I got EF0, like, knock your granddad's fishing chair over wins. There's a lot more there than that, and I don't know why it's not hitting. So, it's not even considered rotation anymore. Is it dying? No, it's still getting inflow. Is it? Shit, is it? Quite simply, if you don't see more clouds spawning on the inflow, give up and go find another storm. I don't see more inflow coming in. I think this one actually died. Not recycled, I think this one died. It's because of this other storm, but yeah, you can see, get right here. See, there's no inflow into the storm anymore, and it's wrapping up right now. So this one here is dead. Over here should be starting to form a rotation soon, and I'm pretty sure it hit the cold, ran out of that, and killed this one. Yeah, you can see it picking up now. So we're gonna hop back in Scout and shoot west very rapidly. Now you can see it's pretty much dead at this point. If it manages to pick up and restart itself, I would be very impressed, but I doubt it. That cell is most likely dead. So we're gonna run west here. Totally didn't have to look. But you can see it's got a bit of rotation still, but very, very, very seriously doubt that's gonna have anything serious in it. Yeah, tip of the day, even if you are not expecting to run into people, like this particularly empty server, lock your doors. Because if you run over me while I'm placing probes and I get 2 of my 4 probes down, I may as well have not hit the thing. So I'd much prefer if I was not suddenly kidnapped. I have a rotation over here I don't have eyes on, but that's because of this. I know I'm going right through this hook and it sucks, but it's best bet to get over here rapidly. Dirt road, do not take. Bad idea. Yeah, you can see the dust off that other storm, or the rain off that other storm in the distance. And I'm worried about this, because I'm going to get on this storm about the time it gets dark, and that's just going to suck. Do we have a funnel? I don't see a funnel yet, so I'm not going to call it in. Yeah, we don't have a funnel yet at the start of one, but I'm going to let it reach down a little more before I call it in, because right now it's not like fully properly a funnel. Let's turn this back on. You can see this storm is converging into this one. Very not fun. Lots of hail, lots of rain. There's a reason I don't repair the Scout. That's because repairing the body doesn't actually change the drivability of the vehicle as far as I'm aware. With everything I know, I should probably not be sitting here. With everything I know, repairing the vehicle doesn't change a damn thing about the body. Let me report a funnel on this because it says TBS warned. Let's see, do we have a good shot here if I go up Wetchel? Yeah. So let's take a right. Should have gone on up that road earlier. I knew I should have. The second I passed, I was, why? Why are we on ice? Why are we on ice, game? I'm going forward. Please stop. I don't see it, though. It says there was one, but I don't see it. Bothers me, because that means it's going to be very not fun to chase, especially with the sun behind it. It means I'm not going to be able to see a single goddamn thing. There you go. He's here. You can see the windshield now. We're going to get up here, get on this road, get up this hill, let it build a little more, and hopefully get something resembling a decent intercept. I'm probably only going to get one, and then I'm going to have to swap. Then I'm gonna cut to the next day. You'll see it when it happens, if it happens. I hate night chasing in this game because it gets. Wow. I was. Okay. I hate night chasing this game because you just can't see shit. And like, it's gonna be a night intercept for this one, and I know that, and it's gonna suck so badly because of it. But I'm gonna have to take it. Otherwise, I will have wasted this entire afternoon on this server. Yeah, there you go. See? Look at that. We're starting to get something out of that. Whole thing is that it cannot decide a direction to go. So we're going to get on this highway, and I'm going to let it run at me as best I am willing to allow. And I may just put probes down every quarter mile down this strip and just see what I get. But all things considered, this storm is not looking like it's going to be particularly productive or destructive. Well, I say that and it gets into orange. The last storm of the night as well. Right now it looks like it's coming up that road. Yeah, it is. So let me get at least a little further forward. I don't want to get swept up again. The last 3 times I've tried to record this, I've gotten swept up and lost my marbles because I got swept up to do stupid shit. As in, like, somebody picked me up in their car and then I got swept up in their car, and I'm actively placing probes and it doesn't. Okay. Okay, maybe I shouldn't play this game today. Maybe that would be the safe. Oh my god, okay. What the hell is in the road? Alright, so it looks like it's coming almost up this section. So I'm trying to get in front of it. Trying really hard to get in front of it. Without getting hit by it, preferably. Right here, right here, right here. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on. One more thing. Where are you going? I can't tell where it is anymore. There's no lightning behind it. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Once it's within 2 pixels. One more update. One more update. One more update. You better not have peaked right there. Come on. One more. One more. Further forward. Yep. Okay. So right here. Probe. 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 Game, come on. This is what I'm talking about. Why? Why are we having this issue? Why? Get in the car. That went much further north. That went much further north. I'm driving into it. Shit. That first probe is almost dead, and I didn't realize that. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Did not realize that probe was almost dead. Oh, shit. So I'm gonna get... Oh, I'm making money. Did it hit my probes? Well, it hit them okay. 89, 95... 89, 85. I got a very outer wind field hit, and I think I'm just gonna kill these 2 low health probes at this point. Because they are not producing anything, and they are just taking up probe space. So at this point, we're going to come over here. I'm gonna nuke these 2. There, okay, so these 2 are further up. Alright, where are they? Come on. Yeah, so I sort of should have placed them in the intersection to get a more direct hit, but all things considered, I did okay. I've clicked that probe 8 times. Why it takes so long, sometimes I don't know. Do I have another chance to get in front of it? Maybe? Very maybe. Very maybe. I got one more chance at least to get in front of it, but I'm not sure I will get, well, I've got one more chance to get in front of it, not one more chance for intercept, I don't think. Especially if it does that. Let's not drive up this thing's ass, 'cause wow, there you go. Yikes, why are you coming across the road? The whole point was, yeah, I don't like night chasing because of situations like this. I can tell there's a storm in front of me. I know it's massive. I know it's scary. But I can't do anything about it. Okay, it's green TVS. I think I'm just going to leave it for the night, and we're going to return to Prior Lake and make decisions from there. So I will see you all when I get there. Alright, it is 7 a.m. on a 7 a.m. on a moderate risk day. Everything here looks pretty spicy. Looks pretty good. We have had a Dow 3 and a Rax pull. Now I have a Dow Tornado Tamer and me and a Scout. Just money grinding. And I hate that this is how you have to money grind. I'd love to be able to use, you know, I'd love to run Doghouse all day with its lovely 3 probes. I'm sorry, can you open the doors on the Twister Tamer? Really? What was the clicky? What was the clickety-doo-dah? Oh, it wasn't my doors. Huh, weird. But we're sitting here. Thermals once again look pretty good. Just waiting for something to pop. With our wind direction, we are looking at something to pop along this edge and chase it the rest of the way across. I do want to see what that one storm yesterday was. That one was okay. That one was eh. This was the one I watched here and it never got above, well, pretty much anything. 2, if I had been here earlier on the server, probably would have been fun to chase. And 1, I don't even see Tornado 1. I'll see Tornado 1. I don't. Alright. So we're going to hit this Hibbing storm head on by literally just driving straight to Hibbing. Our wind are very left to right. Very west to east. Gonna be quite spectacular if something does pop off, because there are a lot of vertical roads through this section. If it hits Iroquois, I'm gonna be very sad. But if it decides to go either down or up, that is a while out there. I may... I'm gonna do something risky here, and it might not pay off depending on how this storm decides to turn, but I'm gonna turn here and see if I can just be way out in front of it before it ever pops fully. And I think that may... See, because it's hooking here, and if I can get down, you know, next to 3 Mile Lake before it gets there, let's make sure there's nothing else popping, yeah. Get down to 3 Mile Lake before it gets here. Am I where I wanted to be? I am. I'm a little past where I wanted to be, but for now, this works. So I'm going to go ahead and get here. I've never been on this bridge, and I'm never going to touch it again from here on out. So somebody mark my words on that somewhere. I'm never going to touch this bridge because the game's going to update and I will have never traveled down here. I may do that. I may do a, like, live stream of just traveling every road in the game from top to bottom before it changes so that somebody somewhere has a full recreatable map. But for now, I think it's okay. But yeah, I'm worried because I've had an issue, a bug recently, where my vehicle will start driving away if I walk too close to the door. Because it will think I've hit the seat. There we go. See? Once you see inflow starting to fade in, that's when you know you've got the start of rotation. And now I know this is actually going to be the storm of the day. Now, I do want to check really quickly. Make sure there's nothing else. Looks like this is going to be a very large storm. Very large storm. One large storm. And we now have radar confirmed rotation. That means I'm going to switch to velocity because that is easier to track where it's going now. Because it's a very obvious dot. Like, don't get me wrong. You can use the hook. You can use reflectivity and be fine. But you don't know how far into this hook that rotation is. You don't know where it is. This bounces around too much. This, you can see, it's hanging on the back edge of that a little bit. There we go, yep. Port a funnel. Get in the vehicle, pull forward a little bit. I don't want to be directly on this thing the first time it touches the ground. Because that first touch, maybe 2 touches, aren't going to have any power behind them. Got the fact that this is, the map's going to, what, double in size? Quadruple in size? It's going to be 4 of the, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 worth of these. 1, if they don't add warning zones, people are going to get very pissy very quick. But in 2, also we're going to see this green roll around, yep, roll from here to here. Yeah, there you go. You can see it just now starting to hit the ground. Yeah, I don't want to be like in a particularly close spot when this touches the ground for the first few times, because it needs time to spin up. That's something I've noticed, that these storms, that first touch, as great as it is to be a first intercept, you're going to miss. There's a very good chance of you missing peak because it closes off a road later. You can see this couplet's getting very large. I'm also still kind of impressed that there's nothing extra here yet. You see what I mean? The radar cutting here would cut this off and you'd be chasing no radar organically. I find that idea very intriguing. Okay, you down. I want this. Okay. We already have an orange TVS on this, so we're 80 to 100 miles an hour. It looks like it's trying to go behind me, but I'm going to stay here for now. We do have a Dow up, scanning somewhere. I think it's trying to go behind me. I may end up running up this bridge to not have problems, but yeah, you can see it's starting to overtake those trees now. Right there. Yeah, this one's gonna play out fun. This one's gonna be a very, very weird play. Just because of where everything is. That is a Tiv 2 next to me. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna wait a little longer. Make sure I know where it's going. For sure. Sure it isn't about to pick up. No, it's not. Look at that. Alright, so still coming up slightly. Here's the other thing, is to recognize the fact that the velocity couplet is slightly offset from where the actual rotation is. It's a very dusty storm, but yeah, you can see, by this thing's calculations, I'm in the wind field. By my calculations, I got another 30 seconds. So we'll see how this goes. I want to be directly here. Yep. 1, 2. Sprint, damn it. 1, 2. I think I set those a little wrong, but we'll see. Come on, get in the vehicle and fucking run. There we go. Alright. It's a very fast-moving storm. I think it went south. My probes by a decent bit. Yeah, I was way too far up the road. That's on me. That sucks, man. 34-mile-an-hour winds. That sucks. Alright. Grab. Continue. Grab. I know it's not realistic. I know I'm money grinding. I'm sorry. Let's see, can I chase this up the dirt road? Or is it moving too fast? This isn't a dirt road, actually. Shit, okay. It is very... It is... Is it doing exactly what I said, which is I wanted to shoot across this straight line? Is it doing that? There's no way. Dude, it's running down this road. You're kidding. I almost want to go into an interceptor just to get through it, but I feel like that'd be cheating at this point. Because it's doing exactly what I've asked of it. Pull over and let the interceptor get in front really quickly. Yeah, I don't want to be much closer than this. It's also the fact that it's stuttering. That's very strange. Alright, if it will run off the road slightly, one side or the other, there we go, like that. Sketchy, yes, I know, but there. I now have an opportunity to get in front of it. See, that's very cool. I also love the fact that because we're on farmland, it's a very dusty, and it's really hard to, like, find exact borders. I find that incredible. I love this game. I really love this game. I wish the driving physics were better, and I wish more vehicles had interiors, but obviously there's modeling limitations that come in with that. And I also wish the rain was just a little smoother on its transition in and out. Okay, let's watch this again. Alright. I want to be about here. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, they have different deploy. I never realized they had different deploy times. That is totally on me. Alright, so this is gonna suck, but someone here. Here. At this point, if it manages to miss, that's on me. Alright, are we still good? I think I have enough time to come back here. Wow, that lag spike. I think I have enough time, come on. No, I don't. Maybe. Come on. Oh, come on. You kidding me? It dropped. Oh, you fuck. This is not going very well for this video. This is really not a good example of my skill level. And we are now out of this radar, so we're going to go switch this one. It's gotten very soft. Do we have another option? And is this road drivable? Where am I? Here we are. No. So I'm actually gonna... God, I got my mouse stuck on something. I'm gonna spin around and I'm gonna take the highway and get on the other side of this and hope it spins up more. Because that inflow is massive for it to only be yellow TBS, green and yellow. So if it lifts, I'm gonna be very sad. Reflectivity. There is another storm here, so it may be worth chasing this upper north one. Ooh, why? Alright, so we're gonna get onto the highway here, and we'll decide what's what then. It sucks. See, like, that's it's doing exactly what I want it to, and I'm not going to be able to see its progress on radar because it will be out of radar range. Which is specifically what I asked for. You know, I think if there's like a dev somehow watching... Am I live? No, I'm recording. Cool, look at that rotation. But yeah, it's the fact that that one, despite its massive inflow and decent rotation, is doing exactly what I want of it. Okay. I love this new hydroplaning system where it randomly decides which axle does it. I wouldn't mind the hydroplaning if it would be consistent. But the issue is right now, it just picks front or rear axle, and then you have to deal with that choice. But yeah, you can see it's gone now. There's probably a decent storm on that, but TVS will never see it. So we're gonna get over here and get in front of this one and just kind of pray it does something nice. So I've got one dirt road I can get one chance at an intercept on, and then I have to grab my shit off that dirt road, turn around, and zip back over. This is part of the reason I hate Iroquois. Oh god, look at that though. Where are you going? You're gonna go right past me, aren't you? I'm gonna go out to the end here, and I'm gonna put down probes for it. But there's a very good chance it's going to miss them, and I'm gonna be so mad when it does. Like, I know it's going to. Look at its angle. It's going to miss these. But I have to try. Here. I'm gonna run over here for safety and sanity. Bonk this one down. I swear that storm is paused right now to let me put those down. Alright, so now I get out of the fuck out of Dodge and just hope that it hits those. There we go. Yep, we're starting to see winds. Those trees are going to disappear in a second. Let's see. This is a decent couplet. It's a tight couplet, but it's decent. Spin around now. It's far enough away. Look at this storm. Very pretty storm. Very pretty. Let's hop out for a second and just view it. Look at that. Pretty sure I got a good right edge hit. So let's see. 89 miles an hour. We're making money, just not as much as I'd have hoped. And I know it's because it missed. Look at this thing. That is a massive wedge for what is only supposedly 100-mile-an-hour winds. That's the one thing I don't like about this game, is the scale does not show you what wind speed it is at all. Yeah, 89, 89, 86, and 76. Could have been worse. Very much could have been worse, and I accept that. But I am still a little bothered by that result at the end of the day. Just because there was such a possibility of, you know, a much bigger storm. Would you please go? Is there a wall here? That's very strange. Alright. Yeah, it's like there's a wall right there. That's really weird. Or there's a bug or something. Okay. So I'm gonna... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's see. Alright. See, I could have had a much better intercept if I'd waited a little longer. But it is green TVS at this point. So I'm not sure if that's... See, how is that under 35 miles an hour, you know? That's what gets me. Very pretty. I almost want to just take some beauty shots right now. I really do. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right. We're going to go ahead and get Doghouse out. My favorite boy. Specifically 2015 Doghouse. Just my absolute favorite. Not even going to hop in the front. We're going to hop in the back. Toggle. Zoom. J. Just watch. Tiv. He is chasing the storm down. Tiv is in the tornado now. There was somebody else. They're gone. Yeah, you can see this thing. I wish there was a smooth zoom. I wish this was the smooth. I would rather take an extra 5 seconds to zoom in and out and just have the fast reset button, because if I want to zoom out, I boop. But you don't have the option to zoom in smoothly, because I would love to just slow track this storm. Especially as it gets dark. Such a pretty thing. See, this is the other part of why I love this game. See, despite the fact that it's incredibly far away, and I've lost the rain effects at this point. Stop sign. Despite the fact that I've lost all those pretty effects at this point, I can still appreciate the beauty, even as it gets dark, even as it gets muggy. this is just a beautiful game. And I really can't wait for the next update. The next update is going to be wicked. Yeah. Come back to the truck. I really wish there was a slow zoom option. Okay, where are we looking right now? Okay. Yeah, I just, if only there was slow zoom. Yeah, I think that is where I'm going to end it for y'all. I'm very happy y'all have come along. It's made me very, very happy to be able to actually record footage for the first time in months. If you are not aware, I'm going to pitch my Discord server right at the end of the video, just to make sure nobody can, you know, pick it up if they don't watch the whole thing. I have a Discord server now. It's only 4 people, but you are allowed to join as long as you are willing to just not be an ass about it. I will have it linked in the description below everything else, specifically to hide it. And I wish you all the best. Very happy to play this game. I'm totally going to be making a video or 2 on this in the future. But besides that, this is Damien, signing off on yet another adventure. That is our new target. This one, yeah, it's doing exactly what I wanted it to, and this one's going exactly where I don't want it to. But see this this is what I get for asking for shit. This one on my right is doing, wow. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for this audio. I'm gonna have to fix that in post. Wow.